Alright, there we go. Alright, chat, I'm going to go ahead and start this. I'm going to switch it from the starting stream. Let me go turn the song off. Alright, on today's stream, I told y'all we're going to have an interview coming up. And we have the Denim Dragon from San Francisco himself, Starboy Charlie in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been telling him I'm really excited for his interview. Y'all know I've been talking y'all ear off about wanting to do interviews with people I just find like we need to get them their flowers. Like it's a lot of young goats like doing their thing right now, and we need to like have more like opportunities to find out who they are. You know, so this is the first of many that's coming soon, and like there's just nobody better to start it with. You feel me? So like I hit up Charlie, and bro is just literally one of the nicest people like you could ever like talk to. Like I can't even say. I don't even know what all I could say. You know, I'm like, there's so much to say about this man. Like, ever since I met, bro, like, he's literally just been open arms approach. You know, just like, hey, you need help with anything, like he's there. You feel me? Like, this is like my man's is really like that for real. Like, and I appreciate him coming on here today. You feel me? Showing love and all that. And, like, appreciate you, dog, for real.
Appreciate you too. Appreciate you for having me, dude. It's good to be on the Twitch.
Yeah, it's good, bro. When I saw this man wrestle live, I was like, bro, like it's just something seeing it on TV, you know, but being so close, like it was at the Irish Cultural Center, so fucking close. Like it's like, bro, you can hear every chop. I was like, bro, I know his chest is about to be purple after this. Like I was like, I know dog is stinking from these chops. Like I was like, there's no way. So it's like you just get such a different like respect for the industry as well, you know, like. And one of my homies, like shout out EJ Swanson, wrestling right now in Chicago. He put me in the ring and had me feel the ropes and all that. And I was like, bro, like them ropes is not bouncy little ropes. Like they're literally like telephone cords. Like they hurt. Like it's like hitting the ropes is not easy. Like it's just, oh my god, it's just. Like the business is something crazy. Like it's just, I got a deep respect for it, dog. Like y'all insane, like insane.
Appreciate it. Yeah, the ropes, man, dude. I remember when I start hitting the ropes, like they leave some marks on you.
Yeah. Like you got just like a line on your back. Yeah, bro. So the first question I wanted to ask you is like, knowing that you're coming out of San Francisco and all that, like I live pretty close to San Francisco right now. How would you say like that area like shaped your upbringing and like who you became as a person?
Well, I'm actually like I live in Pacifica. I've been living in Pacifica my whole life, right outside San Francisco.
Yeah.
But I trained here ever since the start of my wrestling career. You know, NorCal as a whole. It was a little bit of like a dead zone for me. Like there wasn't much going on, but being a bunch of like the younger wrestlers, and West Coast Pro, Scott, the owner of West Coast Pro, we really picked it up in the past couple of years, and now like a lot of people from like Coast and Midwest, they all want to, and Japan, they're all coming out Cisco area, and it's just so cool to really help elevate, NorCal in the whole pro wrestling scene.
Yeah, bro, and like you were saying, West Coast Pro, the amount of talent that's been at this company, and like just the last year, like Minoru Suzuki, versus Daniel Garcia happened there. You got matches like Chris Hero and Kenta being like teaming up. It's just shit like that is like it's literally out of a dream. It's dream matches that you're like, damn, like what if these two ever went against each other? Like you and like Matt Cardona, like that's something like I was like what? Like I was like, that's actually insane. Like it's like matches that you would think of that you're like, damn, I hope a company would do it. West Coast is doing those shows.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Matt Cardona. That was GCW in LA. And
Oh, I saw.
yeah, I was real surprised when like that match graphic came out. I was like, yo, real me versus Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Now, I guess I just didn't realize like I'm in that position now, like that kind of level to be going up against like stars like that, and I'm just like happy to be going up against that now.
It's not just going against some of these matches you hold in your own. You showing like beating, some of these stars. It's like making a name for yourself, in the industry as well. And it's like when I see you like on other stages as well, like when you had your match at AEW, it's just like it felt like you belonged there. Like seeing you charge up and then going to hit Trent Beretta, shit like that. It's like damn, like I want to see this weekly, like. And it's great that we have shows like you said, like West Coast Pro, that like, you can see these talent.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wanted to ask you, like, as a kid, like, we always want to be champ, when you watch it on TV and all that. What does it mean to like that kid, like, in you to like lift up the belt? Like, I know you just had the West Coast Pro belt, the heavyweight belt, for a while. Like, what did that mean to like hold that belt up, like, above your head, like, for a match?
Dude, that meant so much to me because I've been wrestling since I was 10, 11. So, like, it was just like 10 years of just like, wrestling. And, it's been like a big part of me growing up too. So, all that, me holding up the championship and having Kenta Kobashi put it on me.
Man, that was one of my questions for you later. It was about Kenta, like what it like, dog, like, what does that even feel like,
Yeah, I felt goated. That's
Yeah. Bro, that's like I bet, bro. Like that shit must have felt insane, bro. Like Kenta Kobashi, like dog, like that's insane. Like
yeah, dude, it was like just something different kind of feeling.
kind of like elevated, like. I was gonna ask, like, who are some of your favorite kids growing up, and like, who are some that you would say are like, if you can give me like three favorites growing up, from any time, like, and also like maybe three favorites like now that you think like are like wrestlers coming up that you think should have a spotlight on them that people might not hear about as much.
So my favorites growing up, like the number one for me, like this is the reason like I even wrestle, like I even got into it, was John Cena, dude.
Yeah.
I had the wristbands, I had a headband. I wore the headband with the hat.
Yeah, I saw the picture of you when you were a kid in the full Cena fit, bro.
I had like a John Cena like necklace type thing. So
Man.
definitely like number one for sure. And I think the other two, yeah, my cat's meowing. I don't know if the stream.
Yeah. Hey, we love animals on this stream.
And then I have to say my other two would be Rey Mysterio.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let my cat so it stops meowing.
Yeah. Rey is a good one. I was literally just looking at that Rey Mysterio WrestleMania gear. We had all the feathers and all that. If you know what I'm talking about, yeah, that's a classic one.
Definitely Rey Mysterio's in there because he was like smaller than everybody else, and I'm not like no giant or nothing. It's to look up to Rey Mysterio. And my third, probably Jeff Hardy, just because like he's like the coolest wrestler out there.
Bro, Jeff Hardy is like, bro, the man. Like, you can't, like, Jeff Hardy is the GOAT for real. Like, bro, when he first came to AEW, it was like week 3, dog was jumping off the top of right by the merch stand and all that. I think he was on the team with Darby. I think they were going against, I could be wrong, but I think it was like Cool Hand Ange and like and Matt Menard and them. And he literally jumped through the table from the top. I was like, dog, like still like Jeff is insane, bro. Like, nah, them 3 definitely goated picks. Like, and then who'd you say is like 3 like coming up?
Oh, 3 coming up.
Mm.
Man, there's a lot of dudes I would like to shout out, but definitely Jordan Oliver is one.
Oh
He's got
man.
the best work ethic. Like he just did a little tour, not a little tour, a big tour on and
You said the
he's
tour
just
was where? Your mic cut out. I just want to make sure everybody heard it.
he was touring in Europe. He went to France and England and a bunch of other countries, Germany, and he's just like his work ethic is crazy because his like evolution, like he's evolved so much in such a short period of time, and honestly, like it inspires me to work a lot harder, you know, because there was a moment where I was like a little too comfortable with what I was doing, and then I see Jordan all this crazy stuff. His matches, just so much better, and just like him as a whole wrestler was just evolving. So I was like, damn, I got to get on his level. I got to start evolving like him. So
I
um,
saw Jordan Oliver at a GCW show in San Francisco not too long ago, and I was just like, damn, like, bro, like his cutter and everything, like, bro, is insane. Like, and when he first comes in, he be like hitting the ropes like that, you know, like grabbing the ropes and like hulking up. And he was it JCW? He won the cup. I remember watching that tournament. Man, I was like, dog, like you said, his work ethic, like his in-ring IQ, like, dog is hella smart. Like, he's a joy to fucking watch. A joy to watch. And then who would you, like, maybe one or two more?
one or two more. Uh, I mean, I don't know if I'd say like he's on the come up because like he's already doing like I think he's doing pretty dang good. Mao, you know Mao.
I think I had seen a match with him, but I'm not too familiar.
He's uh he's from Japan. He's like mainly at DDT, and just watching one of his matches, like you don't get bored at all. You know?
Did he wrestle Konosuke Takeshita recently when Takeshita came back to DDT, or am I thinking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
somebody else? Okay, that's what I was like. I think I seen one of his matches, but I wasn't too sure. Yeah, Mao was really good, like you said. Like that was actually my introduction to him. So I was like, damn, like I want to watch more DDT. Like the most honestly the most, if I'm telling the truth, DDT that I watch is the blow up doll. When I watch everybody wrestle, I think it's Yoshiko. I think is the name. Bro, those matches
Yeah,
are hella funny. Like I saw you took a picture with Yoshiko.
yeah, yeah. Mao's just like he's just so cool. Just watching him wrestle, just not getting bored, and he's like hella funny too. Like with some of the stuff he be doing like the look over there, then like bopping him.
Oh yeah, the redirectional bop. Yeah, that one is hella good. I wanted to ask you too. So your name is Starboy Charlie, and I
Yep.
want to ask like, what are some like what's like some music you're currently listening to, and like maybe some music like growing up that you're influenced from.
So I mean, I grew up during like that SoundCloud era, you know. So
Yeah, I feel you.
like early stuff, you know, like PZQs was like my favorite song.
Yeah, bro. I went to a Uzi show and this motherfucker was literally like right next to me. Like I was seeing the video, I was like, Uzi, what the fuck? Like I literally was at first I was in the pit and then I got hella tired. I was like, bro, I'm going upstairs, bro. Like I can't take this shit anymore. And he literally was like, I'm coming up there. And he literally ran upstairs, security and all, and literally was like face to face. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm about to see a video. It was insane.
I saw Uzi. I saw him at I think it was Rolling Loud 2018. I think.
Was that the
Yeah,
one in Oakland?
yeah, the one in Oakland.
Oh, X was there too, right? Or was that the year before?
Nah, X wasn't there. I think that was like after he died.
Yeah,
But
it was a little bit before he was at Oakland or SF, one of those two, wherever Rolling Loud was at.
yeah, I
Mm.
remember Bro was there. Trippy Red was there. Yeah, it was a lot of good names out there.
Yeah. So you would say like, who would you say are some like besides the so like SoundCloud era? Would you say like Uzi, X, like all those would be like the inspirations, or like who else?
Yeah, Skies too.
Oh man, I didn't, bro. Skies, bro. That first album was so fucking good, bro. Life of a Dark Rose. Oh man, bro, I love that fucking album, bro. I've seen Skies live 5 times, bro.
Oh,
like, dog, I've been there for. um, what would you say were some like video games you like growing up?
some video games. Man, I was never too good at video games, but I had the GameCube, so I was playing
Yeah.
like Mario Party and
Okay.
Alright, I had this one. I had Kirby's Epic Yarn. That was a real fun
Oh,
one.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kirby Squeak Squad on the DS. I had that one too.
Okay. Okay, those some good choices to be honest. So my mom, I told her like I want to start getting her a few questions on these interviews, you know, because she thinks such a different way than me. So I'm like, I wonder what questions you would ask somebody, you know. And so I have like two questions from her, and one that she wanted to know is what is one non-food related and one food related guilty pleasure.
Or not food related. Hmm. I mean, shit. I don't want to. I don't want to list something that like. I want to be a good example for the kids too. Don't say that working out is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, nah, it's a good one, you know. Yeah, I just got my first gym membership literally yesterday, dog.
All right, I'm going to do.
Dog, I'm going to Planet or not Planet Fitness. I'm going to what's the name of that damn gym? Hot
20.
Works, cause my girlfriend be going there. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna hit these saunas with her and get the rowing, you know.
And then food related one. My guilty pleasure is definitely sour candies, dude. I be
Dog,
eating
like,
sour candy.
man, like, I be fucking up some sour candies, dog. Like, I feel that. I got a big ass bag of Sour Patch Kids, dog. Like,
I like.
really?
I got these ones the other day. It was some basic one. It was just some sour strawberry ribbons. You know,
Oh, mm-hmm.
it's like a big tub.
Yeah, bro, that shit, bro. Now I'm gonna have to grab some candy for this. Like, to be honest. What would you say is the earliest match you remember that got you into wrestling?
Earliest match I remember to get me to wrestle. Damn, that's a good question. Wow, my dog's like tweaking in the background. I don't know if you hear that, but
No,
he's just
it's good. If you like, I remember my earliest one was my uncle had Bret Hart versus Undertaker. I believe a Survivor Series, maybe 1998 or 1999 on VHS. And he was like, "Watch this shit." I was like, "All right, all right." And then I watched it. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Bro, they balling out there." Like, and that's the like. It's although I wasn't alive for that match, I was like, I got to watch that, and that was my like introduction match on VHS, and I was like, "Man, this is crazy." Like,
so. Are we talking like the oldest match or like the earliest, like the first match I've seen?
well, I guess, well, the first match you seen, because I guess that would be my first match I seen. Yeah.
It's got to be like a John Cena one. Just like looking it up on YouTube, it was probably John Cena, Rey Mysterio.
Oh, at which show?
It was on Raw. It was like there was something like I think Rey Mysterio won the championship off Miz or something.
I was just about to ask if it was that one, bro. They did Raid so dirty, bro.
Like they did him dirty. Like of course I was conflicted. You know, my two favorites, but I
Yeah.
was go for John Cena despite
Yeah. Bro, I remember Cena came back after the whole tournament. I was like, oh, I was like, Ray, like, I was like, what is Ray gonna do? Like, and then John beat him. I was like, man, like, I was like, well, I'm still happy, you know, like, but man, like, it would have been nice to see Ray with that belt. If you could sit at a table with three people, dead or alive, both, we'll do three wrestlers, and then, or I guess three people. Yeah, three people, wrestlers, and then a table with three non-wrestlers. What would those tables look like?
probably like Eddie Guerrero. Damn, it's some real thinkers, dude.
Yeah, I texted you. I was like, I got some real thought-provoking questions for real, you know.
Man,
Oh, I thought I muted all my fucking. Hey, appreciate the 20 bits, Will. I low-key thought I muted like all my Twitch shit, you know, like, and then one just went off. I was like, oh, I need to take that off. Appreciate that though, Will. But yeah, who would you say is the three that you would be at a table with?
so Eddie. Hmm. Damn, this is tough, dude. I gotta remember. I gotta remember real quick.
Yeah. Because when I was thinking of this one, I was like, I gotta be at a table with Kurt. Like I gotta be at a table with Kurt Angle, bro. Like so I'd have to put Kurt in there.
If he's alive.
Huh? Yeah. Like, well, that's true, but I said dead or alive though. To be fair.
Oh, I thought we were.
Yeah, dead or alive, dead or alive. But I'm gonna do Kurt. I feel like, man, Mox is so different now than who he was in CZW. Like, I feel like he got a story to tell, you know. Like, so I want to sit down with Mox, um, and Shawn Michaels. Bro, Shawn Michaels. When I was a kid, I literally begged my mom to get cable because I had to see Shawn Michaels. I was like, bro, I gotta see this shit. Like, and I will never forget the cable man coming. And I don't remember if it was an episode of Raw or SmackDown, but I remember like he literally. But at the time he turned on cable, the show had just started, and Shawn walked out, and bro was already on like the fucking ring post, like doing his taunt. I was like, oh, I'm like, bro, we got cable, like, bro, like I was like, bro, this is crazy. So it's definitely gotta be Shawn. I had to tell him about that moment, you know, like I'd have to do Shawn. Like,
You know, I'm gonna steal that one too. I'm gonna pick Shawn Michaels too, just because
go, man.
good spot from him.
Mm-hmm.
So Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna pick Rob Van Dam.
Oh man, yeah. And then who's third one? Your mic cut out in here.
Oh, the third one, I said Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam. Oh, did I miss the first one? Who was the first one? Can you say all three again?
Eddie, Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam.
Eddie, Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam. That's right. I was just bro, Eddie. I didn't know Eddie was in Ring of Honor. So I have the Ring of Honor like archive and all that now, and I'm watching back these matches. I'm like, God damn! Like I was like, bro, they was cooking. Like I was like, I missed out. You know, man. Yeah, Eddie was goated. And then who would you say is three non wrestling wise?
Non wrestling wise, probably my mom's dad, just because like I never got to meet him. You know, he died like right before I was born,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel we would have been like we would have had a good connection because like he was a boxer. He was like big in Mexico.
Oh wow.
And, yeah, his name was Javier Babyface Gutierrez.
Okay, okay, yeah, babyface in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's why boxing gym called Babyface Boxing.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so it'd have to be him. Man, who else? Who else? Dead or alive? I don't know. This is tough, dude.
I was trying to ask some good questions, you know. I don't want to be like, "What's your favorite color?" You know?
I mean, I would put John Cena in there too, just because like he's my goat, you know.
You know, yeah. Hey, you got to.
Yeah. Okay, so my grandpa, John Cena. Gotta have one more. I don't know, bro. Maybe one of my dogs that died.
That's a good one actually. I might have to put a side one there for my dog Karma. You know, like we might have to get a side seat. And I was thinking for the wrestler, like a nomination I'd have to put two of them. It's Katsuyori Shibata and Bryan Danielson. Cause I just wanted like Shibata came back from so much, bro. Like I'd be like, bro, I gotta talk to this guy. You know.
Yeah, you know, I'll steal another one. I'm picking Danielson.
Dog, I was live to see Bryan Danielson versus MJF, the hour 15-minute match, and that was my first ever time seeing Bryan, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, this is what I waited for. Like I was like, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
my chat wanted me to ask you a question. They said, ask him what he thinks about Batista.
Batista. I mean, I think Batista's cool.
I think I was just telling my mom actually. I think Big Dave is the like in my opinion my favorite wrestler to turn into an actor because he kills every fucking role. Like he did Army of the Dead, extremely good, and then a completely different role in Knives Out, Glass Onion. killed it, extremely good. Different role and Knock at the Cabin at the Woods, killed it, extremely good. Like he's Drax in Guardian of the Galaxy, like dog, like he is goated. Like, and I think Cena is like right behind him, like so close, you know, like.
Yeah, Ista's cool, man. Like as a kid, I always thought he was like pretty badass, you know.
Mm-hmm. Bro, he used to have all the pyro behind him when he did this, you know, like I was like, damn, like I was like, bro, that's fire. Like, I wanted to ask you, like, so when I was in Chicago, like I said, one of my friends is also a wrestler, and he let me come in the ring and like train with him everything, and I noticed the amount of knowledge that people put. I don't know how to mute this damn thing. Thanks for the follow. I don't know how to mute this. Sorry. I noticed the amount of love that trainers put into the craft, like helping, you know, people become the wrestler that they want to become. Are there any trainers that you would like to shout out that, you know, if any young wrestler is looking for a spot to go to, like, hey, this guy he got you, or this woman, like, they got you, you know, this person has you, you know?
Well, current trainers, I mean, I'm gonna shout out the school, the West Coast Pro Training Academy in Pacifica. I gotta shout that one out. You know, I mean, I trained some of the beginners there, but we also got Levi Shapiro training the beginners too,
Okay.
and got a lot of knowledge. And we got Vinny Massaro training the semi-pro classes. So
I think besides your entrance, that was when me and Jenna went to the show. I think that was her second favorite entrance. She loved Vinny's Italian song. I was like, damn, you know this? Like, I didn't know she was Italian for real. Like, I was like, damn. Like you tell me he was Italian, but yeah, Vinny Massaro is killing it right now, killing it.
yeah, definitely gonna shout him out and shout out my trainers too. I don't think any of them train anywhere really anymore, you know. But Matt Carlos, great trainer, you know, taught me so much, and just his in ring knowledge is so good, you know. And Rick Luxury also trained me, another NorCal name, just an awesome trainer, tons of knowledge again.
Mm.
And Dylan Drake, he was like one of my first ever trainers, and John Rodito, aka Johnny Dynamo, you
Oh,
know,
okay, yeah.
there for honestly most of like my training. You know, he was training
Nice.
like 4 years, 5 years straight. You know.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah, when I went in there, my homie was like, he didn't give me any type of warning or anything. He was like, "Oh, just come in and see what it is." Dog, I already knew. Like, I was like, I ain't conditioned. Dog. I was like, it's about to be bad. Dog, I went in and they had me doing lunges all around the outside of the ring, and then I had to do like 40 push-ups, get up, burpees, 40 push-ups, and then he was like, "All right, let me see you take a bump." I was like, "Excuse me." I was like, he was like, you go grab the middle rope, and you know, he was like, go down. I was like, all right, and he kept telling me, you know, he told me how to do it. I guess I was doing it wrong. He's like, son, are you dyslexic? I was like, I don't think so. Like, he was like, I was like, man, I was like, yeah, I might need to work out first or something, dog, before I just walk in here. But man, like I said, those moments, like going in there and having that experience, dog, it's like, bro, just watching the matches, I'm like, your oxygen, like the tanks that y'all can just keep going and keep going. It's insane to me, like genuinely insane. I
I,
also wanted to ask you, how important? So like we talked earlier about, you know, you being in Pacifica and all that. Like, how important is it for you, like, to give back to like that community? You know, like especially like just you said growing up there. Like, how important is it for you just to get back to the community?
oh, it's pretty important, you know. Like at the boxing gym and stuff, we got like kids from Pacifica coming in. You know, some kids, you know, they get bullied and stuff, and you know, they just have like hard times, and we gotta like train them and you know make sure they could like hold their own. You know, if like someone's picking on them or just help them get in shape. You know, if they need to get in shape. You know, I think it's
Mm.
important. You know, for the kids and the youth. You know, to have people supporting them. You know.
Yeah, because especially because in a lot of areas, like they might be looking for that gym there, but there's not one in the area. So having it in the area, like you said, being in Pacifica, like that's massive because if somebody wants to go there and hone their craft, they can. You know, like it's in your area.
Shout out my mom and my dad because they really help train the kids there, and
That's fire, yeah.
great coaches. I've seen so many like lives that they've changed. So
Mm.
shout out to mom and dad.
For
If you
real,
want
shout
to,
out mom and pops. And then I'll go on, like just kind of bouncing off that. Like, do you have any advice for like up and coming indie talent? Like maybe if they're looking for a way to get more bookings or like anything, just in general. Like any advice for up and coming indie talents?
I'd say you know make sure you got fundamentals down first. You gotta make sure you got those, but try to be different. Make something different about yourself that really catches people's eyes. Because
Mm.
like everybody can wrestle. Like everyone's got like the crazy moves and stuff nowadays. So you just gotta be different. You know.
Yeah, you gotta like it's to me it's so interesting seeing and this is kind of a question I have later on for you too, but it's interesting to me to see some people develop so quickly, like seeing Julia Hart with the House of Black and like how the mist got sprayed into her eyes and the slow build with the story. But if you listen to her in interviews and all that, she talked about how in that slow build for the story, it helped her learn who she's gonna become and like in this character. So it's like it's just amazing for me to see like people develop and all that. And that goes into like you said, being original. Like you could start with something and build it into something like completely different. And it still has the principles of what you said. Like, she still does those gymnastics moves, but now she a lot scarier, like, and it's just amazing to see like that transition for people's like careers.
Yeah, I got to shout out Jack Cartwheel because
Oh yeah, bro, I love Jack Cartwheel. Yeah.
he's doing stuff that's different. Like he's got a million different moves that he turned into cartwheel moves. Like he's got like a cartwheel power slam, the cartwheel DVD. He's got,
Mm-hmm.
got like a cartwheel like splash.
Yeah, dog. He is killing it on Ring of Honor right now. Like he is literally one of the main reasons why I bought that Ring of Honor subscription. Like I was like, damn, they got Jack Cartwheel, Gringo Loco. Like they got everybody killing it over there right now. I was like, I want to see these. I wanted to ask you, being in the industry for so long as you have, like we literally seen you grown up in this industry. What has the industry taught you about like your mental toughness and like getting through things in this industry?
You just gotta like not give up. Like I know it sounds like corny. They don't quit, but like you gotta like sometimes you gotta like tough it out and not quit because there's times even in like training I've seen tons of people quit who I know they could have had like a bright future, but they're always thinking about like what's going on right now, what am I gonna do, when they should be thinking about the future, like where could I be if I stick with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's definitely. Yeah, I went in like you said. You guys stick with it because I went in there and took them bumps, and I was like, let me go to commentary. Like, so you're right. You definitely stick with it, dog. And if you've been going for so long, it's like you should look back on your path and see all the stuff that you've been through. Because I feel like a lot of times it's like for me, it's like go, go, go. I'm focused on the next thing when it's like, man, I don't even notice all the stuff I've accomplished. You gotta look back and be like, man, like I've done a lot. Like I should keep going.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You gotta look back on some of those great moments.
Mm. I have a lot of, obviously personal dream matches. You can fantasy book every day of the week when you're a wrestling fan. And I wanted to ask you about a few of these. Like, which one of these kind of entices you the most a little bit? So kind of starting off strong, but what about a match with Kazuchika Okada?
Who, me and Okada?
Yeah, I think that would be a hell of a match. Like,
Oh yeah, I'd wrestle Okada any day, man. I love
mm-hmm.
Okada.
Yeah, I was thinking like so of these ones, my mom put a pick in there too because I was like, Mom, like, who's your favorite wrestler? She was like, oh, ask him would he wrestle against Randy Orton. I was like, I think he'll wrestle against Randy Orton, but she wants me to ask you, would you wrestle Randy Orton?
Of course, I'd wrestle Randy Orton.
Yeah. And I wanted to know, so you said that you had it. Have you ever? I saw that you all were on the same. I couldn't tell really because I was looking up some Bloodsport cards because I wanted to watch your match with Yuya again, and I thought that you all were just on the same card. But have you had a match with Ninja Mac already?
I've been in a scramble with Ninja Mac before. We did stuff at the start, but we haven't had a full match. But I'd love to wrestle Ninja Mac.
I think that'd be a really good match. You know, Ninja Mac is. I've been seeing his clips in Noah, and I'm like, I need to watch the Noah show immediately. Like that looks insane.
And so maybe I'll get a shot against Ninja Mac on Noah or something. That'd be
Hey
dope.
man, that'd be amazing, you know. And then I wanted to ask like also I see a lot of young talent that looks really good on NXT 2.0. Like, what do you think about like a Dragon Lee and a Braun Breaker maybe?
Oh yeah, both those guys are freaking great, dude. Braun Breaker, he's a little scary.
I was thinking, I was like, man, like it's kind of like bro has his straps, but you have like the denim straps in a way. So I was like, this could be a real crazy match, you know?
Like, I know he's a lot bigger than me, but like, screw
Nah,
it,
bro,
man.
I think you got that dog. And I want to ask you off the basically at the end of this. So, what would be your current dream match then?
My current dream match. Honestly, I haven't thought about that in a while.
What's
wanna
one
wrest-
that you would say like, if you could like one that you think could maybe be like one day you want to wrestle this person, and then one like maybe we can get this soon. Like I've been trying to I want to get in the ring with this person. We both on the indies maybe. Why don't we what would maybe one of those matches be?
I for sure want to wrestle Alex Shelley.
Oh
I mean,
man.
I've done a little bit with him in like a 6-man tag, but no, I want a one-on-one with Alex Shelley.
Man,
Definitely.
that'd be a classic, dog. Like, yeah, that'd be amazing. And then who would you I wanted to ask you as well. Who do you feel like would be I know you have the match coming up soon with Titus Alexander for the tag titles in West Coast Pro. But because of all the history for the heavyweight title for West Coast Pro, do you really see like, you think you all could align and be future champs for the long run, or you think maybe there's another person who, if Titus don't get it done, you could go with somebody else and be a tag with for those titles?
I mean, I definitely think it'd be cool to be a tag champ with Titus, just because of the guy. But I don't really see anybody else like being a tag team partner for me right now. I mean, I've had a couple of tags with Cartwheel. We've tagged a couple times. I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen at all because he's signed right now. But Nick Wayne, that's the homie. It'd just be cool
Man,
to
yeah.
tag with him.
Yeah, that'd be fire, dog. Like, that'd be a fire to you. Who knows? We might have to get you in the patriarchy soon or something.
Crazy.
Dog, that'd be insane. And I wanted to ask you. So I was rewatching last night the match with you and Billy Starks at that like really nice outdoor arena. So I kind of wanted to follow up that question with if you could have like a mixed tag partner, maybe one or two. Like, who would that be?
Definitely Billy Starks would be a mixed tag partner. Maybe Mio Monomo from Marvelous. I think that'd
Oh,
be a
okay.
cool.
I'm not too. Okay, I need to look her up. I'm not too familiar.
Is that at the show you were at? She was a part of Chigusa's final match. She was the real short one.
Oh yeah, dog. Dog. Honestly, I had a time and a half at that show. I think you can tell. Yeah, no, that bro, that show that I was telling my girlfriend that I want to go back and watch all of Yu's old matches. That was my first time ever seeing Yu and her match against Trisha Dora, and I was like, damn, like she is really 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 good. Like I really fuck with you.
Yeah, she's good. She's great.
hmm And then what would you say like so I was looking like if you look at the beginning of your career to now, you have literally like bulked up so much. So like what is your like meal plan looking like or like what is your like meals looking like if you have one? Like do you do a meal plan or is it like bro I'm just eating as we go? Like what's it looking like?
I was eating anything I could get my hands on, dude.
I
I
feel you, dog.
too much like garbage or nothing. I don't really be eating like fast food or nothing, but
Mm.
I eat a lot. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And then so we always hear commentators talk about it when you're watching wrestling, but as like when you're getting ready for a match coming up, how does your approach change for say for example you're going against like a heavyweight hustle Calvin Tankman? You know, how does the approach change for a match like that or if you're going against Kevin Blackwood, you know, who's like more faster, agile, striker? How does that approach change like in the weeks coming up to that match?
Hmm. I mean, honestly, I don't too much if I'm going up against like Tankman or something. I mean, I feel like there's no point of trying to bulk up to reach like uh, stature. So I'm always just about the cardio, you know.
hmm
I'm just doing tons of cardio drills. You know, I'm always going for runs. I got a real nice trail by the gym. You know,
Oh,
it's tons of
nice.
a real nice trail, and just doing like sprints and stuff too. You know, there's a lot of in ring cardio drills I like to do. You know, there's one where you put like we got like one of those like punching bags. I just put it in the ring. You know, I'll be laying down next to it. Get up, hit the ropes, drop down, get up, jump over it, drop down, hit the ropes, drop down, get up, do that. Like,
Dude, I
you
ran
know,
out of breath just listen, dog. Like, I could never, dog. Like, dog, a part of me is like, I wonder where, like, I feel like I would try to get through, but I'm like, I could not. Like, I'm like, when you're doing like 20 of them, I'm probably done at two. You know, like that's why it's so impressive to hear these things. You know, like that's insane. I wanted to also ask you, so what would you say were some like key influences for you in like developing your character and like when you go into like say like you want to maybe change something, you're like, I want to change this aspect of like what I'm doing or something. What are like some of the influences you look for, if so, if any?
well, when I came up with the overalls and becoming the Denim Dragon, like it wasn't really a wrestling influence at all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just got like a pair of overalls. I saw like I was watching a lot of that '70s show, and I was like, I like this '70s vibe. You know, like I started listening to more like '70s music and stuff. You know, Jimi Hendrix and Kiss and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and Grateful Dead, and I I just like the whole aesthetic of it. So I got like a pair of overalls from like the '70s, just some like serious overalls, and like I was just wearing them and like I don't know. I just wore them without a shirt once, and I was like, "Oh, this looks cool." I think
Yeah.
so. I like eggs, and I was like, "This kind of looks like a singlet. I'm gonna just call it like a denim singlet."
Yeah,
and
no, bro, it's fire because I remember because I watched your match with Cardona where you like switched it up a little bit, you know, the style, or that might have been before the denim single. I'm not too sure. But I just remember thinking like, what'd you say?
that was my second match with it.
Yeah, that was your second match with the singlet, and I was just like, man, like I just wanted to ask because I was like, let me ask the inspiration behind it, you know. And you were saying like that '70s show, bro. I love that show, dog. Like it was a point in time where I was just binge watching. I was like, I might finish this whole show. Like that show's so good. And then I also want so earlier we were talking about like Julia Hart with the House of Black. And like that's a transition in character. We've also seen like horror iterations like The Fiend, you know, like Kane, I guess it could kind of count. Stuff like that. Like what do you like could you ever see yourself like transition into a darker side for your character? Something like that that you're like it's so out of the regular of what you would normally think to do. Like could you ever see yourself doing something like that?
I actually did a long time ago when I was like 14. So
Really?
yeah, so I was doing like my first ever kind of thing I was doing. I was Cowboy Charlie. That's
Okay.
like it was I picked, but the dude Sparky Ballard, who owned the promotion Gold Rush Pro Wrestling, which is the
Mhm.
first I ever wrestled for, he uh, he wanted to implement me, but I wasn't ready to like wrestle yet, So I was just like cowboy sidekick for one of my trainers, Matt Carlos. He was a cowboy at that time, and his Dalton Frost, and it was a really gimmicky promotion. There was like leprechauns and like all sorts of like creepy clowns and stuff in this
Yeah.
promotion. So they had me get kidnapped by the Creep Show Carnival. They put like a burlap sack on me and like walked out with me. And then
Oh.
I came back at the next show. They they took the sack off of me, and I had like it was basically like some Muda paint, and then spit some green mist in my old partner's face, and they were called Monster Boy Charlie. And like,
Oh.
I know about that one, but like I remember Titus said something like this caught me off guard. Like he was talking shit on the mic when I was like out with a broken leg. I think he was like talking a bunch of crap on the mic, like Cowboy Charlie, Monster Boy, whatever you want to call yourself. And I was, it was like when Booker T is like telling me just
Yeah. Well, tell me he ain't just say that. Oh man, Spy. Well, maybe one day Monster Boy Charlie might have to come back out. Maybe on Titus. Who knows? Sound like he asked for it. So,
oh my god.
I mean, I think I know a place I love to see it at. So who knows? You make these really difficult moves like a 450 splash, the cosmic cutter. I'm like you make these moves look effortless. What's your favorite move to perform in the ring?
My favorite move is definitely like so I got the corkscrew moonsault off the second. I call that the cosmic swirl. That always gets like a great reaction from the crowd.
I said
But
cosmic cutter, didn't I?
well, no, I think you read that on my cage match, which has not been updated since.
Yeah, because I looked it up. I was like, "Is it Cosmic Cutter?" I was like, "It's Cosmic something." And then I looked it up. I was like, "Charlie Boy Cosmic Cutter," and then it came up, and I was like, "I think so." Like,
That's the move I used to do. It was a lethal injection, but I just called it cosmic cutter because type of.
yeah.
But yeah, cosmic swirl, corkscrew moonsault off the second rope, and then I started doing that standing recently, and it just gets such a good reaction. I just love doing that move every time because I always hit it right. It always is right on the mark, and it always gets a good reaction.
That video I have of you in the ring, actually, you did standing moonsault. I was like, okay, or something like that. So yeah, let me see. I had also my mom, like I said, had a few questions she wanted me to ask. So this is the second one. She said, if she said this is her sponsored question. I'm reading her text specifically. This is her sponsored question of the week. If you could take anyone on a date tomorrow, who would it be and where are y'all going?
um, I mean, I got a girlfriend right now, so where we are going. We're gonna go to like Great America or something. Just I
That's
haven't
a
been
good.
there in a long time, and it's just a fun place to go. I like roller coasters.
Yeah, no, that's a really good place to go. You feel me? And there's some good food over there. The reason I laughed when you said this because I literally told her, I was like, "Ma, what if he has a girlfriend?" I was like, "Then your question becomes no." She's like, "Boy, just ask him. What if the answer is Zendaya?" I was like, "Dog." Like I was like Zendaya has a boyfriend. Like somebody in my chat said, "I'm taking Ice Spice and we going to the moon." I'm gonna let them. Good luck with that one. So I want to list out a slew of match types here, and like basically tell me interested, not interested, or very interested, and there's no shot in hell we are doing that match. You know. With the first one being, would you ever want to be, or maybe do a stretcher match?
Yeah, I'll do a stretcher match.
Yeah, something like something different. To switch up. It's like a real deep rivalry. Bring out the stretcher. Like,
Yeah,
um, what about a war games match? Like maybe I know GCW does them sometimes.
yeah, I'll do a War Games match.
One of those. What about a chairs match against Sabu?
Like Prime Sabu.
Yeah, Prime Sabu.
I mean, I'll still. I might get rocked pretty good, but I'm gonna still do it. I gotta let this through. That'd be dope.
A match with Sabu would be legendary. Like, bro, I love Sabu growing up. Like you said, when you said ECW or when you said RVD earlier, I was like, man, that whole ECW roster. Sabu, Sandman coming out, hitting the beer on his head, like, man, like that whole roster. The next match I have is an Inferno match.
Inferno match. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It was you're like, yeah.
nothing. Like.
Yeah, you might have to wear a hat for that match or something, But then if they hit it off, you're gonna be like how Jake Hager loves his hat, that beanie, like that.
I mean, I'll still do it because how many people get a chance Inferno match?
Yeah, no, yeah, that'd be crazy. What about Pagano rules death match?
I'm chilling, bro. I don't really want to mess with glass too much.
Yeah, no, but a match with Pagano, like, man, like I feel like your body is gonna feel that for the rest of your life, What about a whiskey on a pole match against Yoshinobu Kanemaru?
You said whiskey on a pole?
Yeah, are you familiar with Yoshinobu Kanemaru in New Japan?
Yeah, I'll do that match.
Yeah. He might, if he gets it, he might spit some whiskey in your face, so you might have to duck, But he loves his whiskey. And then the last one I have is a Denim Dream match versus Orange Cassidy.
Oh, yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Real King of Denim is right there.
Yeah, bro, that would be fire. Somebody in chat asked, have you ever gotten injured? And if so, what would be your worst injury?
My worst injury is definitely when I my leg in 2021. I was doing it was like, so I had the dude in a neck breaker, and I tossed my foot to my buddy, and he flips me over it, and I'm trying to give him the DDT. I've done it like 3 other times perfectly fine, but on this one, my foot like gets stuck on the mat as I go for the DDT, and it snaps.
Oh.
Spiral fracture. 7 months.
Wait, what did you say that last part again? The mic got cut out.
I healed it in like 7 months. It was a spiral, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that move ever again.
Yeah, that's good reason not to, Yeah. Yeah, it's ironic because the person who asked that question was actually there when I broke my tibia and my fibia on my right leg when I was playing soccer. The goalie I broke him at the same time. The goalie kind of pushed my leg up. And bro, it snapped, and I was like, I'm good. I'm watching too much damn wrestling. I'm like, I'm good. I'll walk it off. Dog, I got up, immediately fell. I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I can't walk. Our coach literally carried me off the field, bro. He literally carried me to my mom's car. I was like, damn.
That's the difference with our injuries, because you were like, I'm good. I'm gonna shake it off. when I broke my leg, I knew I'm staying down. I'm like, nope, nope, get away from me.
Yeah, bro. That like you said, it was like mine was done in like 7 to 8 months as well, and like I had to elevate the leg, all of that. I was like, man, like I was like, I never want to see this goalie again. So like, I feel that pain of like where you're like, I'm never doing this move again because I never want to see that goalie again, like ever again. Like, actually, I'm pretty good. I like him now. His name's Jasper. We're cool, but yeah. So like I said, I've been rewatching a few of your matches, and this one kind of ties in. My mom has a dumb question on the end of this one again. It's her last question. But I was rewatching the match with Allen Angels, where put the table out, and then you put a bag full of thumbtacks out. The thumbtack spots to me, like I always see them. I'm like, oh my god, like how painful is that? And like pulling them out, like, and my mom said like, I don't even want to ask the question my mom asked, but she said word for word, does it hurt getting a thumbtack stuck in your butt, and who the hell is pulling it out for you?
Yes, it does hurt very. I had them all up in my arm, and yeah, they were all up in my butt too. Cause like I was pinning them 1, 2, 3, and then I'm still laying in the thumbtacks, and I gotta like get up, and I don't want to get any more in me, so I grabbed the like broken table and drag it over to myself, and I climb on the table, so I don't got thumbtacks no more. And
Oh my god.
yeah, it hurts. And who was pulling them out? I noticed I had some left in me, so I'm like, hey, thanks for coming out, guys. And they're like, dude, like, you still got hella tax in you. I'm like, oh man, so it don't feel good at all.
Oh my god, but that's insane. Like, yeah, going out to like dap up people, and then, like, bro, you got attack in your arm. Like, you'd be like, oh shit, like, bro, that is insane, dog. And I want to kind of bounce off of that one and say, which foreign object hurts the most to take? My one of my friends, like I said, told me that for him it's the ladders. Would you like vouch on that? He said ladders are pain.
I don't have too much experience with ladders. Like, I haven't been like slamming a ladder or nothing. I've only done like I think one ladder match in my
Mm.
career, and I didn't get thrown on ladders. I was only like, and so they probably didn't want me to get hit with no ladders.
Yeah.
But I'd say just the classic steel chair,
Mm.
just right across the back. It stings so much, and like it's like resonates for like a little bit. So like
Yeah.
I got hit with a steel chair from like ants at a W show, and like I couldn't
Oh,
do
you said
nothing.
from one of the fans? The mic had cut out. Sorry. You said from one of the fans?
No, from Mance.
Oh, Mance Warner. I thought you said a fan. I was like, what's happening at GCW? Like,
I would happen.
yeah, no. I was like, bro, where's security? Like, but with Mance.
That chair, and it just stings. All I could really do is just like try to squirm the pain away.
See, cause like as an uneducated mind, like I always thought like, oh, they're really selling out there, like. So when you say it's all you can do is just squirm the paint off, now when I'm watching, I'll be like, oh, they're going through it. Like,
No, yeah, definitely steel chair is my least favorite foreign object.
yeah, I could see why, dog. Would you say are there so like coming into the industry, like are there any like beliefs that you have in the industry, or maybe just beliefs or values that you had yourself that like coming into the industry you notice like it kind of just dies down? Like, would you have any of those that like like maybe just some beliefs that you had yourself like I don't know, that maybe just I don't know. This is another question my mom told me to ask you, to be honest. So I'm just like, what would you say? Maybe any of those?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of weird to say because I'm like still pretty young, but like I used to have kind of like a real like old school mentality just because like I feel like NorCal, like I feel like it was just a very old school mentality like being taught.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's too much flips, there's too much this, too much. And now I just kind of think like, wrestle how you want to wrestle. Like
Yeah.
don't gotta be the same for like everybody. Like there's some
Mm.
people like style. I like to implement some of the old school style still,
Mm.
but then I do a lot of like more flashy things that maybe like the old heads might say, "Oh, I'll rap." It's like, well, listen to the you know, go in the ring. I'm
Mm.
doing. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. If the crowd, like you said, like the crowd is reacting and they're loving what you're doing in the ring, so like I'm gonna keep doing it. Like maybe they just can't pull off, the cosmic cutter or this cosmic spiral, like you said, and that's why they can't do it. Like that's why they got an issue with it. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it before. I meant to in an earlier question. But like you said, you're going to Japan soon with the company Marvelous. Congratulations again, by the way. The West Coast show that I was at was a collab show with Marvelous, and like I said, the talent that they have, like my favorite person that I got to see that night, like I want to go back and watch so many of her matches is you. I was so impressed with you. What does it mean to you right now to be able to go to Japan at this stage in your career?
Dude, it means so much to me because you know I've been doing this for 10 years, and it's just such a great opportunity. Like some of the best wrestlers, like some of the most legendary wrestlers, are from Japan. And, I want to go out and experience like all different kinds of wrestling, wrestle all different kinds of opponents. And, Japan, it's just been on my list, like
Mm.
go there for so long, and to go with Marvelous, I really appreciate them for having me go out there soon, and it means a lot to me, you know.
Mm. Yeah, no, bro. Like growing up, the amount of matches that you would see on social media because we didn't know a subscription to get to watch like New Japan, or Noah or these shows, and you're like I remember for me, I'm like, who is Kenta? Like in the yellow and the black. I'm like, who's Kenta? So like getting a chance to go there, I can imagine is just like insane. It's a place where you see so much magic. We brought up Kenta Kobashi earlier. Like going back to that, old Japanese strong style. It's like Kawada, Kobashi. It's just Tenru. Like you can go for days. Like it's insane to be able to go there. And I wanted to bounce off that with. What would be if you could have a match with anybody on the rosters of Noah and New Japan Pro Wrestling? Who would it be? Since you're going to Japan soon.
Noah. Hmm.
I know a certain person that wrestles at Noah, but they'll be at West Coast when you'll be gone, right? Can I say that or no?
Oh yeah, you can say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would want to wrestle Marufuji. He, he's a big inspiration for a lot of the moves I do, and he's just one of the goats. He's a legend. So,
Man, yeah.
for sure. What were the other promotions?
I said New Japan as well, and then let's get maybe let's do like a Impact one as well, and maybe CMLL. Let's do that. That sounds a little fun. CMLL. Mm.
New Japan. Damn, who? I would say Okada, but he's not. He's not there no more.
I personally would like to see you in Yoda Tsuji. I love what Yoda's doing right now. He is going crazy. His character work is insane. Like, and the way he kind of just shit on the entire New Japan LA dojo. He was like, oh, they're all just Shibata's kids. Like, they don't even matter. He was like, they all wrestle the same. I was like, dog. I was like the Bullet Club. Now he's gonna have a whole rivalry of Bullet Club. Like, he's hilarious. Like.
I need to wrestle 1-on-1 Funky Weapon to
Taguchi, yeah. That would be insane. You and Reeves, yeah, that would be insane, dog. And then who would you say for hmm?
we had a little moment at the Philly show, and I need a full match with him now just because of that moment.
The Philly show, is that the one with you, Enzo, and Jack Hartwell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 3-on-3 match. Yeah, hey, we gotta get that full match going there. We're gonna need to see that one. And then who would you say for Impact and then CMLL?
Impact, I already listed him as like a dream opponent. Alex
Oh, Alex
Shelley.
Shelley. Yeah.
Alex Shelley. Maybe Kushida. Kushida's with Impact now.
I had a question I was gonna ask you earlier that was kind of based like, oh, would you like to tag or rival with this person if you had the chance? And Kushida was gonna be on that list, and Chris Hero was also gonna be on that list because I'm like, it's interesting to tag a Chris Hero, but it's also interesting to have a rivalry with Chris Hero, you know? So I was like, those could be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely want to wrestle Chris Hero. Like, we were like training a little bit, and we were just like mat wrestling and stuff. And there's so many different holds and stuff that I've never seen before. And before I knew it, I was stuck in those holes. Like, what is this? You know?
Yeah. That man is wrestling dictionary encyclopedia. You know, like that is yeah. And then who would you say for CMLL? And then maybe let's do one AEW one too, maybe.
CMLL. I mean, I just wrestled Star Junior at like
Oh,
a
Aerostar Jr.
uh
or Star Jr. There's two of them, right?
yeah, Star Junior. I just wrestled him, and he was really cool. I wouldn't mind wrestling him again. And you said Aerostar?
Yeah.
He was CMLL.
He might be AAA or CMLL to be honest. I'm not. I think he's CMLL though, because he was on AEW and they had the like whole CMLL crossover this match this week, you know. So I think he's with CMLL. Didn't he go against Jericho?
He might have. I probably missed it, but
Yeah, I think he did, or that might have been. I honestly, I think it was. I might be wrong, you know. But and then I wanted to also ask you, oh yeah, AEW real fast. Who would be maybe a match you could lock it up with AEW?
AEW.
Maybe some revenge on Trent.
That could be cool. Maybe Darby Allin, just because like size and if he wants to get crazy. I mean, I'll get.
Yeah. Man, you and Darby. Sorry, your mic cut out. What'd you say?
I don't think I'd be jumping off no crazy like heights like him, but I definitely like to have a match with Darby.
That would be you and man, like that literally sounds like endless possibilities, you know, like a match with you and Darby, like that'd be beautiful. And then I loved coming to the West Coast show. And I wanted to ask, what's your favorite match in that venue specifically at the Irish Cultural Center?
My favorite match at the Irish Cultural Center. I mean, I gotta say the one where I won the belt. Where I won the West Coast Pro Championship. Me and that was definitely, you know, that one's in the heart. I really love that match.
And Chad, if you couldn't hear, you said Titus Alexander right there. And then I wanted to ask, what were some of your favorite factions growing up, and which one could you maybe see yourself joining today?
Favorite factions growing up, probably DX. Like, I wasn't alive for when like it was like OG DX, but I still saw some of the stuff they were doing, and they're funny as hell.
Yeah, I feel we still got some good days because I'm around that same time. Like we got to see him. Like I remember when they randomly didn't they blame DX for like blowing up Vince's car or something like that? And then I remember them spray painting the whole like Stamford, Connecticut building. Like I remember going to detention so many times for doing this. Like dog, I went through so many detentions, bro. Bro, I love DX. And then, can you maybe give one? What would you say is maybe one more faction from back then, or maybe current day that you just really love that's doing anything?
Probably LWO.
Oh, really? No, are you saying the old LWO or the current LWO?
I think both of them are cool.
Yeah.
Back too.
Bro, I was just watching not too long ago because one of my friends, I was telling him, like, Rey Mysterio used to be a gangster. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, Ray used to be a good. He's like, you lying. I showed him. He's like, what is this? Like, dog literally started watching WCW after that. So like, it's like, man.
Out, dude. You
Mm,
know,
what
he had the best fits going for a while.
man, for real, like with them cargo pants and all that. Ray was something else. And then yeah, which faction could you maybe see yourself in today? Personally, I feel like I could see you in Chaos. To be honest, I think that'd be a good fit.
That's dope. I'd love to be in Chaos.
Mm.
What faction today? Oh, what factions we got going today right now?
We got some good ones like Blackpool Combat Club immediately comes to mind. I personally love the Don Callis family. I think this is all great. I love everything, and I love how Will is going through the gauntlet. Like iron sharpens iron, you know. So like he's fighting his family. I love the Don Callis family. So I say some of those, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be a good fit for them though. You know.
Yeah. I think it's the reason I said chaos is because I feel like the outfit works so much with chaos and everything they have, like with Taguchi and all of them. You know, like I feel like the denim like singlet, everything works. You know, because they're like they're a little funny, but they're also very serious. Like they're gonna hurt you. So it's like I feel like that'd be a really good fit.
Hey, I'm waiting for that call from Chaos.
Hey, you know, you'll be in Japan soon. I also wanted to ask you, so like growing up, like back, watching like wrestling, like you said, like in like those Shawn Michaels times, those like Rey Mysterio times, John Cena times. Who would you say were some of your favorite like mid carders in that era? Like I remember in that era, I love like Tajiri. I loved watching Tajiri. William Regal comes to mind. Super crazy and Psychosis. I remember them as a team. They did them dirty with their gimmick and everything. They did them pretty dirty, to be honest. But I remember them as a team. Who? William? Oh, I said. Did I say William Regal?
Yeah,
William Regal too. William Regal was so good in like the backstage things too. Like when Jericho took a piss in his tea. Like so many classic moments. Like Regal was so good. What would you say is? Oh, Jimmy Wang Yang. I used to love Jimmy Wang. I know this is like nobody loves Jimmy. I love Jimmy Wang Yang. Like I used to love Jimmy Wang Yang. Who would you say is some like mid carders that you love?
I mean, did like yeah, I don't know if this counts as mid Carter because like he was dope as hell, but they didn't really like do too much with him. You know, Shelton Benjamin.
Oh yeah, they had man. They had the ball was right there. Like they had the opportunity.
Yeah, I always thought his stuff was dope. You know, I feel like well, no, I wouldn't say.
He's a free
Nah.
agent now too. You know, maybe we need to get him in a West Coast ring to go, you know, to go against
Oh,
Charlotte.
uh, is he on the Indies now?
He is being rumored. It's a rumor that he's going to AEW soon, but his non-compete ends. I believe it should have already ended. It should have ended probably at April, like around April 1st or around there, because he was on the same non-compete with Nick Nemeth. So he's definitely free.
Well, yeah, I'd love to see him on the Indies or something. You know, I think that'd be cool.
He's one of those people like we were saying that like if you're in there just in the training session or something, he's gonna put you in a hold you never seen before. Like he's one of those people. Let's see. I also wanted to ask you. So we saw this is kind of interesting to me. Like, if did you see the Grayson Waller thing and like where he went on the news to promote his show, the Elimination Chamber, and the reporter tried to kind of like play him kind of the same way that Roddy Piper kind of got played a while back, but Roddy Piper kind of went off on him. And he was all like, "Oh, like what you do is fake, like all of that, like what you do is fake, like this isn't real, like all of that." And Grayson was like, "You want to feel a punch?" Like he was like, "Cause we could go right now." And then if you remember, I think it was the Alex Price show with Roddy Piper back in the day. Roddy Piper took off his shirt and showed him. And he took off his pants live on TV down to his underwear, and he showed him all his bruises. He's like, I was just in a steel cage match. You gonna tell me this bruise ain't real? You gonna tell me that this doesn't hurt? Like, do you get people like? I feel like they probably don't come up to you, but do you still get people that say that? And what is like, if any reaction, what is the reaction?
I mean, some people would just be like, "Oh, that stuff's like fake, right?" And I'll just be like, "No, it's not. You might not understand it, but you know, we're all like, we're all getting hurt and stuff. You know, we're all like athletes. You know, you got to be in great shape to do what we do. So, no, it's not fake at all. You know."
Yeah, and it's like, like, your injury ain't fake. You feel me? Like, it's like they don't get like, dog, y'all are risking it all out there, literally. And it's like I just wanted to bring that up because I saw the Grayson Waller clip again recently, and I was just like, it's just so funny. Like, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Like, the interview was like, I didn't know. He's like, nah, you was trying to play me, like all that. And then I also wanted to ask you, so like I said, I went back and rewatched the match with Yoya and Bloodsport. Would you ever see yourself maybe going back to a Bloodsport ring?
I really want to. You know, like I feel like that Bloodsport match. You know, I didn't show everything I had to offer. You know, just because it was like so new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, I've been boxing. You know, like growing up. You know, because my mom, she's the boxing coach. She did kickboxing. My dad, he's like black belt in karate and stuff. So you know,
Wow.
I got fighting like in my blood. So I just want to try to show more of that side of me. You know, so I definitely would want to have another blood sport match.
Yeah, that would be fire. Maybe, like you said, they didn't maybe go out there with Yuya, and get some revenge, like, or Yoya, sorry, and get some revenge. That'd be pretty fire. I want to ask also, so like, what is a typical? We talked about like the meals and all that, but what does a typical like workout routine look like? Because like I said, from if you look like you said from 2018 to now, it's completely different. So like, what's the routine looking like? Just got that gym membership, so I need to know. I gotta.
Yeah. I mean, what I do like chest and shoulders is day one. Day two, arms and back. Day three is just a leg day. I just do that on repeat constantly. You know,
Mm,
like I'll go on like runs usually before most of my workouts, and then like if there's like a wrestling class later, like uh like like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll do some like in ring cardio. You know,
mm,
I'm
yeah,
taking away day. I've been addicted to the gym ever since I started.
that's fine. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I was like, yeah, I should probably get a subscription somewhere. So I was like, I'm gonna just get, and that place is literally like down the street. So I was like, bro, I can literally walk here. Like I was like, let me get this one. I wanted to ask, what match did you go into? Like, the reason I want to ask this match is watching back the Kurt Angle documentary. He talked about how many matches that I look back on and was like, damn, like that match with him at Ray SummerSlam, the opener, best opener of a show. That it's an example of an opener for a show. He talked about the amount of injuries he was going through at that time, and looking back on that match, it's like you was feeling all that and you did all this. Is there a certain match that you look back on in your career and you're like, I was going through a lot then, like I might have had like a few not major injuries, like stuff you could push through a little bit, but like it's a match that maybe felt like really strengthened you as a wrestler. Do you have one of those matches?
I feel like I mean I've never really had to wrestle when I was like super injured or nothing. You
Mm,
know, I mean I was going through some stuff like some autoimmune type stuff. You know,
mm.
I was like my stomach was all messed up. You know, like I don't want to like tell the full extent of what was
No,
happening,
yeah.
but yeah, uh, I had to push pretty hard on those matches. So one day I'll explain everything that happened with that.
mm.
That's not for today.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, and I wanted to ask also, so basing off that or bouncing off that, what would you consider your favorite match to date, and then what would you consider maybe like your least favorite match to date? Like looking back on, it's like an earlier match, you're like, why was I doing that?
My favorite match of mine.
Like,
Hmm. I like the match I had with Nick Wayne at Defy a lot. That's definitely one of my favorite matches.
mm,
Just because, and I feel like everything we did in there was solid. We had the crowd like in the palm of our hands. It was dope.
that's fire. Yeah. I wanted to rewatch that one as well because I put that in my little queue, for matches I was rewatching last night, and then I fell asleep. I fell asleep at like one or like two, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna wake up and watch some more matches, and I was like, I need to finish my questions, like all this. But yeah, no, that match with Nick Wade is literally like I'm probably gonna watch this as soon as I get off here. Like that's literally in my bucket list right now to watch. And then yeah, what would you consider your least favorite match?
My least favorite match I had. Damn, I don't know. When I think back, I think of like any matches that like I really like hated. And if I
Mm.
did, like, I probably wouldn't promote it because I don't want people to.
Wait, don't go back and watch that one. Dog, I was like, but my homie was telling me, he was like, the one I was telling you about that was like, oh, we gotta get your ring, all that. And I remember one day I was like, yeah, bro, I was like, maybe I could do some manager stuff, all that. And then he was just like, ah! I was like, bro, I'd probably go in there and stink up the whole fucking match, to be honest. Like, I was like, I probably should not be ringside. And then so I was watching a Brian Cage, I think it was his Hey EW interview. And he was saying that it's a spot that him and John Morrison had at, I'm not sure the year, but it was a Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor where he did a suplex off the ramp onto the floor, and he said every match he has, he still feels like with like his like back or like the spot that hurts from that bump. He said he still feels that. Like, do you have anything like that, or like, you're like all good?
Uh, yeah, I don't think I got anything like that. I mean, I haven't had like too much like injuries or nothing, but I mean, I'm like made of rubber, dude. Like, I could like land on the back. I'm not saying like for like any future employers, I'm a safe wrestler. But like,
No,
there's been
yes, it.
all like had some bad like bumps. We like land maybe a little too close to our neck or something. But thankfully, I'm like still young. I'm like made of rubber still.
Yeah, no, that's a blessing, dog. Yeah, and then I wanted to ask you, what would your indie Mount Rushmore of the like 2010s be, and then the 2020s?
Man, I wouldn't know about the 2010s because like I really didn't like get into indie wrestling like until I became like an indie wrestler. I didn't really
Mm,
about it, until like underground started. So
Oh, you said Lucha Underground.
yeah, that's what like started me watching like stuff that was outside of WWE.
Mm,
Besides the shows I was like working at, like helping set up the ring at.
mm. Bro, it's so funny you say that. Lucha Underground is, oh my god, that's fucking, and Helico back then, like how you used to just run off the top of buildings literally and be like doing drop kicks. Like Lucha Underground was a wild, wild place to like, it seems like, to wrestle at back then.
I mean, based off what I know for like ends like Mount Rushmore. I mean, was Danielson still on the Indies in like the?
I think he
No,
might be. We'll count it as 2000s and 2010s, but because he deserves it. But I think he might be more like 2006, 2007 Ring of Honor around there. Like, so then it'd probably be around that time. But I think I'm not too sure, but I'm like kind of sure.
if we're counting like those times, I'd say Danielson. He's on the Mount Rushmore. Um, I put Kenta in there.
Hmm.
Chris Hero, AJ Styles. man, but then like I'm leaving out like Kevin Steen and like
Yeah, El Generico, you know, yeah.
can't leave them out, you know. That's
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, and also I saw the chat. If y'all, we asked his dream match already, but I'll ask just one more time. What was your dream match?
Right now my dream is Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley, yeah. And chat, if there's any other questions that we might have, if I don't answer them from the chat, it's because we might have already answered it. And if you want, you can go back and rewatch the VOD, and I'll put it on YouTube after as well, just in case you miss anything. Well, yeah, bouncing off that, I said, yeah. But yeah. So I feel like when you said Lucha Underground, it just made me think of like that certain wrestling style, you know. And it's like you said, going to Japan and you're gonna learn like over there. Like you said, it's a certain wrestling style that you get to learn. You know, you get to learn like certain. They chop like I feel like it's a strong style. You know, they hit so hard in Japan. So it's like learning all these styles. Is there a certain style that you want to like? You want to get more time with, like maybe like a like I know Mexico has a really good submission Navarro like style. Like maybe like a style like that. Are there like any like styles that you're looking to get into more?
No, definitely what you were just saying, like the lucha submissions, because when I wrestled Star Junior a couple weeks ago, man, like we start off, you know, with like some like mat wrestling and stuff,
Mm.
you know, and he was destroying me on the mat game, lucha
Mm.
mat. I didn't know what was going on. I was like flipping this way, and that way, and like he was just in total control. You know, I gotta counter some of those lucha mat game. You know,
Mm. Yeah, so hey, maybe we might need to get a partnership going with a company in Mexico as well, you know? Like that'd be amazing. Mm. Can you say that one more time? Your mic cut out, I couldn't hear you.
but you know, go
Yeah. Somebody in chat also has said, "What a great opponent." Yeah, that match with you and Alex Shelley would be dog. Like, is he still? Is he? I don't think he currently is, but he was the Defy World Champion for a while, right? For a little bit.
he might have been. Oh, he held a championship at Prestige for a while.
At Prestige, somebody just asked me, "Do I think I could beat you in a match?" I think I got Charlie. I think I got it easy. I think. I think I'm winning by like submission, you know, like the long legs. I'm gonna have to get like a figure four or something, you know. Dog, I'm actually losing by count out. Actually, I'm running out the ring. It's fine. Yeah. I'll be like, do you remember? I forget his name, but I think it was the Royal Rumble, that Stone Cold one. It was the TV host came in for the Royal Rumble, and then Kane came in. He looked at Kane. He was like, "Oh no!" He literally jumped over the top rope and eliminated himself from the Rumble. And then I have so I'm coming close to the end of our questions actually, which is pretty sad. But I have a question my girlfriend wanted me to ask you. We saw Kenny King on season 13 of The Bachelor, and we want to know what's the chances we get you on there.
On The Bachelor,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too much about The Bachelor, but right now I probably wouldn't be, you know,
Oh yeah,
going
you
on.
got a girl. Yeah, I don't think you can go on The Bachelor. Yeah, yeah, you know, I think you already won The Bachelor. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, kids be Bachelor.
True. But then, well, the last question I have is, what's next for Starboy Charlie? For the fans that want to know what they can see coming up.
Well, just expect me, uh, you know, going crazy in Japan. You know, I'm gonna head over there. Gonna be training marvelous. You know, learning some new techniques. You know, just expect a new evolution. You know, expect to be seeing me in Japan, and expect, you know, maybe some new techniques when I get back from Japan. You know, if you want to see me
Mm.
at West Coast again.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm like, hey, I'll be there. Hey, I'll literally be there. Yeah, no, brother, I appreciate you so much for like coming out and doing this, my first ever interview. You know, like appreciate you so much, dog. Your story is truly amazing, and like, dog, I can't wait to see what's next for you. You know, like you said, marvelous Japan, and then after that, it's like I literally see the world. You know, like I'm like, dog, we've seen you on primetime television once, you know, and I can't wait to see that again. I know that's like I know we're seeing Charlie like soon, you know, like, and I can't wait to see it, dog. So thank you again so much, and yeah, I just keep wishing you continued success, dog.
Thank you, bro. I hope for the best for you too with your interviews going on. Hope to see you on commentary soon too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, I haven't even told the chat about that. I have a meeting with him in 20 minutes actually.
All
But
right.
yeah, thank you, bro. That was beyond like nice.
Sorry about spoiling anything.
No, you're good. No, you're good. No, that wasn't a spoiler, but no, dog, thank you so much for that. Like you said, like I know you said that wasn't nothing big to do, but like that means a lot for real. So like I really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope to be calling some matches soon. You know, like I hope to, cause damn, if I get to call these matches, dog, like the shit that y'all are doing, I might run out of breath on commentary. Appreciate you again, dog. I can't wait to talk to you soon.
Right on. See you soon, bro.
Yep, see you, bro.